Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Aristotle proposed that the principle of democracy is freedom, because only through freedom can every citizen share its power with one another. Aristotle also said that if a person goes without freedom in choosing his way of life, then slaves are the same. I'm Sesilia, Cinta, I'm from SMK Prakarya International, and today I would like to talk about the necessity of freedom of speech in a democratic society. As we know, freedom of speech in Indonesia is still a lot of repressions. That's why people eventually choose to remain silent. Whereas when we venture to speak or reason, it can sometimes come out with a better idea, because we think of the substance itself, think of it and re-evaluate all the substance from the beginning. So usually, the content of someone who dares to talk gives rise to a better idea. Why is freedom of speech a necessity in a democratic society? I think the right to speak is an indicator of a healthy democracy, because through free speech, people still have sovereignty in political life. Without the right to speak, people will lose their sovereignty and be alienated from the social processes that take place. Thus, we can say that democracy without freedom of speech is a pseudo-democracy, not even a democracy at all. Without our realizing it, even without the presence of free speech in this democratic society, makes one an apathetic and potentially deadly critic. Does not deny that if there is social or economic problem occurring around us, people are more likely to be indifferent, because he knows that his voice will not be heard, his opinion will not be accepted. John Stuart Mill once conveyed his views on freedom of speech and truth in the book on liberty. According to the Mill, opinions should be permitted to be freely presented. In fact, an essay on ideas and views must be given freedom. We cannot limit the essay of ideas or views, because there has never been an idea or a view that is completely correct and completely wrong. Thus, limiting or obstructing an opinion to express has caused us an opportunity to obtain the truth. If not dispel the whole truth, the restrictions of opinion would eliminate some of it. We never really know how much truth is missing from restrictions of opinion. Even if it's mistaken opinion, milkshake, it would be inappropriate to ban it. For in addition to discovering his mistakes, we can also learn from him to get another correct opinion. Are not many new truths that result from the testing process of falsehoods. Hence, people still have the right to speak about everything, including policies made by governments and parliaments. We are allowed to appreciate disproving legal plans, development plans, etc. We may also criticize the established laws and the ongoing construction program. In democracy, people have the right to fuss and be noised. A democracy needs an assumption that it can be made for reflections and evaluations. And if our voice as people are not heard, then leaders or governments can become authoritarian to the people. Then there will be chaos and chaos. However, even democracy has a pillar of free opinion based on the phrase, and don't harm each other, because in this life, we are also ruled by human rights, because our rights are limited by the rights of others. Have an intelligent opinion and not create any divisions because of sorrow. Freedom of speech, that is a fundamental right that we must defend. Speaking is part of the essence of our humanity. Overcoming the skin of speaking is tantamount to disabling the worth and dignity of our humanity. In addition, freedom of speech is a way that we can have sufficient access to the truth. To shut people up is to have closed the way for the truth. Freedom of speech is an important element in the political system of democracy. Without freedom of speech, there is not true democracy. Finally, I just want to say, if the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb or silent we may be led, like sheep to the slaughter. However, freedom of speech doesn't excuse you from the consequence of your words. Be careful, be sagacious, and be nice. I hope you guys enjoyed my speech and know I've made a ton of mistakes, but then again, I'm only human. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan.